So we've got an open limit here on the heat exchanger. If we put our meter across those two leads, we've got 27 volts on that limit. The limit itself doesn't look in good shape, so I really doubt that it's actually tripping. Not to Okay, so we have a zone system, and one of the zones is not shutting off when the thermostat satisfies. We've got an EWC board. And we have a zone damper here. Indicates that it's open. Let's see, is there any way that we can keep it from actually heating while we're playing with this? At least not easily. Okay, so zone 2, we got 26, 27 on the open terminal. Zone 3, 27 on the open terminal. So I'm not positive, but it looks like zone 2 is this zone here. Zone 1 is the other zone. So what I'm going to do is, since we have a signal for open on zone 1 because of the thermostat, we're going to move the closed wire to that terminal and go check that damper and see what we've got. The damper is moving. Damper is closed. So the damper is working. I guess now we need to see what happens when that thermostat satisfies. So let's take the wiring back to the way it was and disconnect that thermostat to simulate a satisfied thermostat. So get our wiring back on the way it was. Means that that damper should open again, and then we'll come over to zone 1, zone 2, and I'm just going to pull red to kill that thermostat. What should kill that thermostat anyway. And zone 2 is what we're dealing with, not zone 3. Losing my mind. Okay, so zone 1 should close. Our damper's not moving. Okay, we're going to try another layout here. Instead of killing power, to that thermostat, we will disconnect yellow as well as white. That should cause that damper to close. So we should now have power there, and we don't. But we also don't have power there. Okay, so now we've got zone 1 power, so that should be closing. So much fun crawling back and forth. Interesting. Apparently it wasn't working, but it is now. Bring that zone back on. We're going to turn this zone off and see what we get. Okay, so that one immediately starts closing. just going to run auxiliary from the system. Try and minimize how much heat we're generating right now. Is there anything that you can think of as to why everything would work now, but when controlled from the thermostat specifically, it wouldn't? That other zone ought to be closed by now. Okay. So we should be getting a power closed signal. And we're not. We're not getting any signal at all. We're not getting power open, we're not getting power closed. We're not getting anything. Not getting power closed and not getting power open. We got nothing. But zone 1 is not calling. And we're not getting a call for fan on it anyway. Well, we are getting a call for fan. Would that change what is happening? would that change it? But it didn't a minute ago. What in the world? And our zone 1 is not showing an open. We're not closing. We're not opening. Okay, so zone 3 is calling for closed. I'm going to relocate zone 1 to zone 3 and see what happens. Okay. Zone 3 is not calling for closed, but it is calling for open. Zone 3 is off. We should be getting a call for close. I'm going to say that that relay for the zone 1 damper is not working. It's the only thing that gives me an answer. And then we're going to go inside and cycle it at the thermostat. Cycle off zone 1, which is now zone 3, and see what happens. I love a British accent. Owen Sampson HVAC. That's why you should do voiceovers on your videos. She was a very nice lady too. So we will follow up with the office to order a new board and return once we've got a board and replace it. Obviously we could leave it where it is, but since it is under warranty, to me it just makes sense to go ahead and put a new one in rather than limping along on one or only one zone available now, or no zones available. Goodness, my brain only works at about 92% empty. Gonna call my next customer and let them know that we're on the way. The dispatch says unit is down, caught on fire. So it should be exciting. Stay tuned.
Blind man, I see you walking through this cold, cold night. Blind man, your heart is heavy. You got troubles on